This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. The Armenian national football team has appointed Dutch manager Jan van Atsip to lead their squad, the country's football federation announced yesterday. As a player, Van Atsip, age 61, appeared in 40 matches for the Netherlands national team and was part of the Dutch squad that claimed their only international trophy in history at Euro '88, though his involvement in that tournament was limited to one appearance. His coaching journey has been marked by strong ties to Dutch football club Ajax, where he spent significant time working with their youth academy and serving as an assistant coach for the first team, as well as the permanent manager last season. He also led the Greek national team between 2019 and 2021, but failed to qualify for the Euro 2020 championship. His appointment could prove interesting for Armenia, as his attacking philosophy aligns well with the team's offensive capabilities. The challenge, however, will be addressing Armenia's persistent defensive issues. The Dutch manager is replacing Ukrainian Oleksandr Petrakov, who was sacked from the national team in October following poor performances and conflicts with players, as well as questionable squad selection decisions. Controversy surrounds the Armenian government's ongoing investigation into a 70-year-old professor from Nagorno-Karabakh. Earlier this month, the authorities launched an investigation into Gharib Babayan after he posted angry criticism on social media about a video of what were described as ethnic Azeris from Iran singing a song about Karabakh in Yerevan's central square. Can you even imagine what would happen in Baku if the same number of young Armenians sang in Armenian, even a non-patriotic song? Part of Babayan's post read. What is happening in Armenia, people? What have these corrupt criminals in power turned our country into, that Azerbaijanis behave so audaciously and impudently in the center of Yerevan? A criminal case was then opened against Babayan under an article of the Criminal Code which penalizes public hate speech. Authorities initially sought Babayan's arrest, but a judge ruled instead to impose administrative oversight, limiting his ability to publicly express his views. The case has drawn criticism from human rights advocates, with some describing the investigation as a suppression of free speech. They also tie it to concerns about discrimination and scapegoating against Armenians from Karabakh. The Armenian government has linked the incident to broader concerns about hybrid threats, with Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan recently stating that the circulation of the video was part of a wider attempt to undermine Armenia's relations with Iran. A report by Armenia's newly established Foreign Intelligence Service has identified hybrid threats and misinformation as key risks to national security in 2025. The government has emphasized the need to counter such threats, though concerns have been raised regarding potential implications for freedom of expression. The case remains under investigation. CivilNet has been expanding its English language coverage into the world of Instagram Reels. Check out some of our latest 1-minute news bites that take you to this month's Pan-Armenian Winter Games in Jermuk and to Friday's celebration of the Turndes fire jumping holiday taking place in churchyards throughout Armenia. You can keep up to date on future reels by following our English Instagram account, CivilNet_English, and by links to them on YouTube, found in this video's description. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 665. That's the number of foreign citizens who applied for asylum in Armenia last year, according to Armstat, the country's statistical agency. The top two countries of origin were Ukraine and Iraq, with about 150 people each, followed by Iran with 91. Less expected countries on the list are Haiti in 7th place with 15 people, and Cuba just behind it with 12. Last year, Armenia accepted 203 asylum claims, more than half of which were from Ukraine. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.